YouTubers, and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Puppets. Today looking at yet another of the beers, one of the beers that I brought home from Copenhagen that I got in a trade with Bear Beer Reviews, or Jack Walker. Check him out, guys. He does some cool beer reviews here on YouTube. Sorry if you can hear my coffee machine in the background. I'm just cleaning it. But today, guys, we're going to be looking at another huge IPA. The last one I reviewed, IPA from the trade with Jack Walker, was the insanely great Magic Rock Unhuman Cannonball. And this is from another really good brewery. This is by Buxton Brewery, and this is their 2 Ton Double IPA on 11% alcohol. I think this is the first Buxton beer review I reviewed that's not a collab. I mean, they were part in making Yellow Belly with Omnipolo, which is one of my new favorite type beers. Yellow Belly is insane. You need to try that beer, guys. And I really hope that they're going to bottle the Sunday version. But this should be nice. It's kind of, as far as I've heard, Buxton's attempt at making something similar or in the same ballpark as the Unhuman Cannonball. So as I said, it's an 11% double triple IPA, and it's called 2 Ton because they use 2 tons of malt to mash it. It says this double IPA is mashed with 2 tons of malt. It takes our mash tun to the max. Kind of cheesy, but yeah. Unfiltered everything. They used barley, oats, wheat, hops, water, and yeast. This was bottled on the 1st of April 2015. So this is a little more than a month old by now. So not super fresh anymore, but still, I mean, being 11% knowledge should still hold up very well. So yeah, let's get into this one. And thanks a bunch, Jack, for the beer. I'm looking forward to it. I actually think they had it on tap as well at CBC. I just didn't try it. I can smell it already. I just didn't try it because I had got a bottle, so I was like, yeah, let's try something else and save my liver that. So, oh, it smells nice. I got it poured here, and it's definitely a much darker beer than Unhuman Cannonball. It looks like they got more like caramel or Vienna malts or something like in there. But a nice hazy dark copper color. Big 2.5 finger bubbly beige head. Let's check out the aroma on this. Oh yeah, different beer for sure. But still really nice. Very much a grapefruity and piney, pine sap almost. Very dank, intense grapefruit, piney, earthy, oniony, garlicky. This goes more into the hoppy barley wine territory, I think. Maybe it's also because it's not dead fresh anymore, but the Unhuman Cannonball was more, juicy tropical. But this is more, as I said, lots of dank grapefruit, earthy, oniony, garlicky. There's maybe a little bit of dankness. Well, it is dank, and a lot of pine sap. You get some sweet toffee, caramelly notes, undertones. It smells different, like American style barley wine type, really hoppy stuff. It doesn't have that the lightness you get on some IPAs. And it smells really nice. Maybe some floral notes in there as well. It smells quite sweet, sticky, almost like hop syrup, if you could say that. And it has a little bit of that almost berry character, but it still smells really nice. It's nice, just not as juicy. But yeah, let's give the Buxton 2 Ton IPA a taste. Thanks a bunch to Jack for the beer. Cheers. That's a beast. Yeah, I'd say that goes more into barley wine territory. It's funny, the other one was more didn't drink like an 11% beer, which was much lighter. This has got more malt body, more mouthfeel, more chewiness to it. Really nice mouthfeel on it. Lots of very bitter grapefruit. Some dankness, I said pine, almost like tree sap, evergreen flavors. Lots of that. Then you get some caramel undertones, you get some heat of the alcohol, definitely some booziness. As I said, caramel, maybe some toffee notes. It has a slight amount of the berry character, but not too much. The earthiness, the oniony garlicky flavor, really intense, big, bold, smack in the face. And I actually think this one, I mean, it's still, I'd love to try it fresher, it's probably still going to be maybe a different beer fresh, but I actually think this one will age as well, just because it has such a big malt backbone. If you're not into the super hoppy stuff, you can age it for a little longer and get even more barley wine-like. Because I think the other one, like Unhuman Cannibal, is something you need to drink really fresh because it's got such a light malt backbone that it's just going to be a weird old hoppy mess. This doesn't taste like old hoppy whatsoever. It's just a big, intense, warming, almost barley wine type beer, but really good stuff. Buxton is an awesome brewery. Really dig them. They were also one of the really nice breweries at CBC. I just prefer the more juicy and not so, dank, oniony, garlicky, piney type IPAs. Rating wise for the Buxton Brewery 2 Ton IPA, triple IPA, or double IPA, or whatever you want. And they actually call it double IPA themselves on the label, so let's call it that. But yeah, rating wise, I'm gonna go straight up 90. It's a really nice beer, but for me, I prefer the more juicy, intense ones. It's really nice though, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And as I said, if you're more into maybe the earthy, like bitter, grapefruity, intense, more malt forward IPAs, this would be something for you, especially also if you're really into like American style barley wines, because it's very similar to something like that. So good stuff, guys. Thanks a bunch to Jack for the beer. Check out Beer Reviews on YouTube. He does some cool stuff, guys. And yeah, definitely let me know what you think of the Buxton Brewery 2 Ton IPA if you've had a chance to try it. And as always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. And I'm gonna say cheers in some delicious brewski, and see you guys in another beer review.